You're making someone else rich right now. Every nail you drive, every pipe you fit, every panel you wire. You're building someone else's dream and collecting maybe 40% of what your labor is actually worth. And the crazy part? You already have every single skill you need to be the one writing the checks. You just haven't flipped the switch yet. Most tradespeople are sitting on a literal gold mine and walking past it every single day like it's not even there. Let me tell you about a guy named Marcus Reed. Marcus started as a plumbing apprentice in 2011 in Louisville, Kentucky. He was 23, making $14 an hour, lived in a one-bedroom apartment with a roommate, drove a truck with 200,000 miles on it. He wasn't special. His words, not mine. He said he was average at best in school. But Marcus could fix things, and he showed up every day. By 2014, he had his journeyman's license. He was making $26 an hour working for a company called Riverside Mechanical. Good money, better than most of his friends. But Marcus started paying attention to something. He noticed his boss was billing him out at $115 an hour to customers. He did the math one night on a napkin at a bar. His labor alone was generating over $200,000 a year for that company. He was taking home about $54,000. That napkin changed his life. Marcus got his master plumber license in 2016, took a small business loan for $35,000, bought a van, some tools, and got his contractor's license. First year, he did $180,000 in revenue working by himself, took home about $90,000 after expenses, almost double his old salary. By 2019, he had 4 trucks, 6 employees, and crossed $1 million in annual revenue. Last year, 2024, Reed Plumbing Solutions did $3.2 million. Marcus's net worth is just north of $2 million. He's 36 years old. He still fixes toilets sometimes, says it keeps him honest. So if the path is right there, why aren't more guys like Marcus? Why are most tradespeople still trading hours for someone else's dollars 10, 15, 20 years into their career? I'll tell you why, and I'm not going to be gentle about it. Number 1, identity. Most guys in the trades see themselves as workers, not owners. You were told your whole life that people like you work for people like them. Your dad worked for somebody. His dad worked for somebody. Ownership feels like something that happens to other people, college people, connected people. That belief is a prison, and you built it yourself. Number 2, comfort. You're making decent money, maybe 70, 80, 90 grand a year in a good market. That's enough to have a nice truck, take the family on vacation, put some burgers on the grill on Saturday. It's comfortable, and comfort is the most dangerous thing that can happen to a man with potential. You're not struggling enough to be desperate, but you're not thriving enough to be free. You're in no man's land, and years go by fast in no man's land. Number 3, financial ignorance. Nobody taught you how money actually works. You know how to build a house, but you don't know how to read a profit and loss statement. You can run complex calculations for a job, but you've never looked at your own numbers with that same precision. You earn like a professional, but you manage money like a teenager. And I say that with respect because nobody showed you different. Number 4, fear of the jump. You've seen guys go out on their own and fail. Maybe your uncle tried it and went broke. That story lives in your head rent-free. So you stay put. You let fear make decisions for you, and fear is a terrible financial advisor. Here's the blueprint. And I mean an actual blueprint, not motivational nonsense. Step 1, get licensed to the highest level your trade allows. Master electrician, master plumber, general contractor. Whatever the top credential is in your state, get it. This is your foundation. It's not optional. Every month you delay this, you're leaving money on the table. Start studying tonight. Step 2, save 12 months of living expenses before you quit your job. Not 3 months, not 6, 12. This is your runway. This is what keeps you from panicking and making bad decisions in year 1. Cut everything that doesn't matter. No new truck, no new toys. Stack cash like your future depends on it, because it does. Step 3. Start on the side. Take weekend jobs, evening jobs. Build a client base while you still have a paycheck. Get your LLC set up. Get basic insurance. Get a separate bank account. Start operating like a business even if it's just 5 hours a week. This is not optional either. You need proof of concept before you jump. Step 4. Learn the business side. Take a small business course at your local community college. Watch every video you can find on job costing, estimating, bookkeeping, and sales. You need to understand your numbers cold. Know your cost per hour. Know your overhead. Know your margins. The guys who fail going solo almost always fail because they can price a job, but they can't run a business. Step 5. Build systems before you hire. Document how you do everything. Your process for estimates, your process for invoicing, your process for follow-up. When you hire your first guy, you hand him a playbook, not a guessing game. Systems are what separate a business from a guy with a van. Step 6. Hire your first employee when you're turning down work, not before. The #1 killer of new trade businesses is hiring too fast. Wait until it hurts. Wait until you're leaving money on the table because there aren't enough hours in the day. That's when you know it's real demand, not ego. Step 7. Reinvest for the first 3 years. Pay yourself a reasonable salary and put everything else back into the business. Better equipment, better marketing, better people. The guys who pull out too much too early never build anything that lasts. Now let me tell you about someone who followed a path almost exactly like this. Sarah Nguyen. Yeah, a woman in the trades. She started as an HVAC apprentice in Phoenix in 2015. By 2018, she had her contractor's license. She started Desert Air Comfort out of her garage, literally her garage. She had one used van and a toolbox she bought off a guy who was retiring. First year, she did $110,000 in revenue, mostly residential service calls. She answered every phone call herself. She showed up on time every single time. In Phoenix, in the summer, when your AC goes out, you want someone there fast. Sarah was always there fast. She hired her first tech in 2020, then 2 more in 2021. She landed a commercial maintenance contract with a property management company that handled 68 units. That single contract was worth $400,000 a year. By 2023, Desert Air Comfort did $2.8 million in revenue with 11 employees. Sarah paid herself $310,000 last year. She's 31. She told an interviewer something that stuck with me. She said the skills were the easy part. I already had those. The hard part was believing I was allowed to be the boss. Read that again. The hard part was believing she was allowed. You're allowed. Nobody is going to give you permission. There is no ceremony. No one taps you on the shoulder and says, "Now you're ready." You decide, you prepare, you execute. The trades are a gold mine. There are not enough skilled workers. Demand is through the roof. Customers are desperate for reliable, quality tradespeople. And most of your competition has terrible customer service, sloppy operations, and no business sense. The bar is on the floor. All you have to do is step over it. If this hit different, subscribe to this channel. Share this video with the guy on your crew who you know has more in him than he's showing. Drop a comment and tell me what trade you're in and where you are on this path. I read every single one. Stay locked in.